Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be customizing a flatbed trailer. This trailer, I got two of them for Christmas. That's one for my parents and one for my wife. My son likes to kind of make the videos of kind of dueling the trucks, or trucks sort of like the Loading King types videos. And so I needed two identical trailers to kind of make a fairly even playing field for him and I. So I asked for two of these trailers and got them in, started building the first one. I've actually built one of these in the past, but then I wanted to make it more realistic. This trailer is 27.5 inches long, which scales out to about a 32-foot trailer. Here in the US, all the flatbed trailers are almost all 53 foot long, which would make this thing 45.5 inches. But for purposes of him and I playing and doing stuff like that, I'm going to leave it the standard length. Like I said, I will make a video in the future. I've taken one of these and lengthened it by about a foot and made this a step deck. So put some low profile wheels on it. I 3D printed these wheels and hubs, and then used the RC four-wheel drive lowrider tires. And so put the low profile tires on it, drop this thing down, put a step in the front, which gives it a more realistic for a US trailer. So it made it a step deck. I only have one of those, and because of our limited space for filming, the shorter trailer will be better for loading it and stuff. So you guys might have seen my RC conversion video on the forklift, and so I hope to do another one of those so we both have forklifts to load stuff. So to make this a little bit more realistic, I'm losing these side pieces with the chains. This is kind of made for a pipe trailer to haul pipe on it. We're kind of losing that. In the US, it's real standard to have like this rub rail, and that's what the your ratchet straps can hook onto. And so I do make these kind of quarter scale ratchet straps. I will have a video on how I make these with the STL files if you want to make and 3D print your own. But I like securing the loads. Kind of gives it a nice look when you're at a truck show, you know, driving around. So here's a scale load of cinder blocks. I will leave a link for the STL files for these cinder blocks in the description. And then make homemade pallets. Actually, I had some wood left over from another project, so I cut them down and then used popsicle sticks cut down for a cross. So I got a bunch of pallets made. And so when you put the ratchet strap on, you can hook it on one side, hook on the other, pull it tight to actually secure it. And then it kind of gives you a nice look and feel. So also, US trailers rarely have kind of that front metal flap there, so I'm going to leave that off as well. So not doing heavy customizing of this thing, just some simple stuff. So I 3D print these little blocks that will space out this piece of aluminum, and I'll use the same bolts in the same location as those poles coming up. So I'll leave the STL file in the description for this, so if you want to 3D print these little blocks yourself. The aluminum I use, I normally, on the last trailer, I use 1/16 inch thick by 1/2 inch wide flat aluminum. You can find this like Home Depot, Lowe's, Rural King, a lot of hardware stores will have that. I went to two different stores today, and neither one of them had 1/2 inch tall. I can only find 1 inch today, so I bought a couple 1 inch pieces, ripped it in my table saw, which is rather dangerous. I wasn't wearing eye protection, so luckily I didn't get a aluminum shaving in the eye. So kind of like from the old Loading Kings episodes, safety is the 21st priority. So here's what we'll do. And then also I got these reflective strips. I actually use the real decals that you get on semis. When you're at a truck stop, you can get a pack of a bunch of them, and I just cut them down. I waste the majority of it, but I just cut these strips the length that I want and then cut them the other way. And so these are actual real reflective strips. You can kind of see the reflective coating on them. So away we go. So I'll flip this thing around so we can look at the side we're going to do this to. We already have the existing holes, and these will just come right in there. So I'll get my bowl of bolts and screws and stuff. And we'll put a nut on here. And I will speed this part of the video up so you don't have to watch me put every single one on. Alright, so there's all those tight. You might want to kind of pull on these, bend these in, bend them out. You'll notice I did put a little bend on the end to kind of flare that in, and did that on the front as well. Oh, my one on the front's not sitting right. Let me loosen this up just a little bit. There we go. Now it's in there. Okay, so we got those rub rails installed. I've not added lights to these yet. I like lights on the trucks and stuff like that, but wires going between the truck and trailer I'm not a huge fan of. I kind of actually want to just get a battery pack and install a battery pack inside these frame rails on the trailer. That'll be another project for another day. So now I'm going to finish installing the wood on the decking, and we'll go from there. So I've already put down the double-sided tape, installed one half. I'll just peel this backing off, and we'll get the rest of it installed. Now when installing this wood, you want to keep them tight, you want to keep them close, because once it gets on this tape, if you have a big gap to make up, it's a little hard to make up. And there we go, got our last piece. This wood is never perfect. These outside edges can be adjusted inside and outside. I actually rather kept it tight and kept it narrow, and then I just ripped the last piece down on my table saw, so it's going to be a tight and snug fit. That's what she said. But we should be looking pretty good. So I'm getting this started on both ends, and I want to make sure it's all the way down there. There we go. We got our decking on, we got our rub rails on, and now, like I said, you can put the put your load on there. Now this strap was actually extra long for a different project I was doing. But what's nice about this strap is obviously it's not a true ratcheting strap, but you can tighten it to kind of keep things halfway secure, at least in the RC world. So hope you enjoyed this video, just kind of doing a little customization to the Hercules Hobby flatbed trailer. Works the same with the Tamiya flatbed. So hope you enjoy this. Stay tuned for more videos. I built a custom 55-ton Talbert detach. That was my first go at it. Made some revisions and design changes, and I'm going to be building another one. That video will hopefully come out here over the next couple months. Hope to get that done here at the beginning of the year of 2022. So hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and have a good day.